Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you feel like that situation with I remember seeing a lot of G Craig stuff, and one of the things he was against holy hip hop. So what was that like at that time going dealing with that? Because Christian hip hop for so many years was really making its strides, especially in the 2000s. We started
Mm.
making its strides and stuff, and then all of a sudden this video comes out and it changes people's perspective, especially in the black
Mm.
church. Like, you can't use that. That's the devil. You know what I'm saying? So did you like deal with that as well?
Bro, I was so rejected. I mean, there were places that I would go, they wouldn't let me even close to the pulpit, and then of course
Wow.
me being all thugged out, I have my fitted cap on. Mind you, I'll walk up in here and I'll be very respectful, but people have asked us to
Yeah.
leave. Um, I've had, you know, people take me in front of the church and be like, "Oh, she's gay," "Oh,
Oh
she owned a
wow.
house with a girl." "Oh no, I done went through the records. I put her government name in," and I mean, church people. But let me be very specific. Church people that call themselves pastors. So shout out to my bishop, Bishop C.L. Carter over at First Missionary Baptist Church, ATL. And I finally found a man of God who was willing to say, you're telling me that you really want to be a minister. Let's get you going on that, because that's going to
Mm.
open the door for you to be able to go minister in ways that you probably should, not just do
Yeah.
music, but actually
Yeah.
learn about the word of God, learn, his will. And
Yeah.
so, and I remember I used to fuss. I'm like, man, they won't even let me behind the pulpit. And he said, that ain't the problem. He was like,
Yeah.
that's the easy part, but
Yeah.
the other part is you actually sitting, submitting, listening and learning and being dedicated and consistent. And so for our, I guess the idea that you have a G Craig or whoever, maybe they have an attitude towards hip hop. I'll be honest with you,
Yeah.
some CHH I don't like. Shout out to
Mm.
Marcus Hall. He worked my nerve doing his posts sometimes, but some of the stuff he say is right. Like you be sitting here
Yeah.
like, because we get the submissions, and I'll even tell Focus, I'm like, bro, that's why we actually listen to the words before we play it on the winning prescription. We
Yeah.
don't just send us your music, we'll play it. No, because
Wow.
if it don't line up, we don't play it. If you put the N
Mm.
word in it, I'm not playing it. I don't care how long you've had your label at
Yeah.
CHH. Get it
Yeah.
together. Choose another word. Okay. Use your
Yes.
words. And I know that Jesus didn't have you repeat that 50 times in the booth till you got that word right. Quit
Yeah.
playing with God. So our work is not done. And all of CHH doesn't honor God. I'll say it again. All of CHH does not honor God. That's why we have to
Wow.
be in our word. We have to be prayed up, walking in the spirit. So we'll recognize the spirit of that CD. Some of these
Yeah.
kids, they don't even go to church. They don't know a pastor or a minister. I'm called to this. Okay, you at your house flipping through Bible scriptures, making music. Now,
Mm.
that's cool if you want to further the kingdom. But would I refer my youth group to your page? I've definitely sometimes, man, these people come on the show and I'm like, I can't refer anybody to you. Because when they come to
Mm.
your page, it's all about you. And I can tell you don't love God. It's very
Wow.
selfish. Every picture is about you. I ain't seen you out in the streets once, soul winning, doing anything other than in your room. That's
Yeah.
not what we called to do.
Yeah.
As hurtful as it is to say sometimes to these kids, it's like you were called to go. That's the command. Go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's get in our words so we know what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Man, you 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 like,
Hey, if y'all
yo,
got a problem,
Marcus.
y'all make sure y'all email the DJ. Don't email me.
Guys,
don't,
that's
don't don't
crazy though.
DM
I mean,
me, bro.
no,
Don't do
I
it.
think about it of that nature of we don't check like people's profiles. We don't check, you know what I'm saying?
I
And,
check.
and like you said, like I'm talking about us as a community. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Because sometimes
but
people
why
just
not?
like, yeah,
We
because some people be like, they hot, they fire, yo, we
yeah,
gotta we gotta do this.
and
But
they
you like,
smoking weed
yo,
on their page. Legit, I saw. I was like, it's okay to be high in the kingdom. I said, I want to see you high and go to heaven while you smoking that blunt. Like that'll change my whole. And stop telling me Jesus ain't deliver you from that. You need to let that go. He gave
yeah,
us all the power to let things go. You didn't let that go.
yeah.
Stop making my God look like a punk. Don't do that. So I just don't think us who've been in this a long time, I don't believe we're spending enough time discipling the next
Yeah.
generation. Mind you, the next generation is holding the church up on stilts right now with this music.
Yeah.
They're holding up the church, but they need to know how to fight the enemy. And
Yeah.
that's the problem for me. It's like, okay, you can make music, but I know you're struggling throughout the week because I know you're not in your word.
Mm.
And I've been on your page and I know
Wow.
you wouldn't go to the thing you would go to. I know that.
Yeah.
And if we love these kids and young adults, we would be more involved, kind of like the original church where your auntie, the person across the street, everybody knew your business.
Yeah.
I need to know if you're leading the sheep that you've been called to correctly. And if not, we got to sit you down.
Gee.
Yeah, those are the facts, bro. You know that's people.
But you know what it is, guys. I'm gonna be real with you.
Tell me what is it?
I think for their generation, like our generation was more the hide it under the rug generation. Their generation is like it is what it is generation, and I think their problem is, well, both problems is kind of like trying to be authentic, but then still being fake, while we were being fake and trying to be authentic. You get what I'm saying? So it'd be like back in the day. I've been around Christian hip hop artists in the 2000s, and you talking to them, and then all of a sudden stuff turn left, and you like, what did you just say that? Like in your mind, you saying that stuff like that. But for them, for their generation, they're like, I'm not gonna hide nothing. I curse, I drink, I smoke. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Get high, drink, sleep with who you want to sleep with. But the men and women of God get to choose if we're going to support you. We'll still love you. I was telling Focus this the other day. I said I have so much respect for gay people. Why? Because they just show you they gay. They like, I ain't one of the D on the down low brother in the church.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm outside and I'm showing you where I am. And I was like, that's the problem though. Like we not correct. We see the behavior, but we're not correcting it. So when we think that what they're doing is a source of entertainment for us, we're sinning now. Now we sinning where I'm gonna just watch you fall. No, we're not. We've already been warned, like, please be careful. Don't cause your brother or sister to stumble. And we always take that scripture in the word to mean maybe I don't say something to make you stumble. No, it works the other way around too. I need to say something so you'll stop stumbling.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a community. And we could just fast forward to the book of Revelation to see it's a multicultural picture around the throne of God.
Yeah.
Different ages, different races, people from everywhere. We are to work together. And the separation of not my problem, it is your problem.
Yeah.
It's your problem. It's all of our problem when we allow one of ours to just keep struggling, especially when we see that they got a calling on their life. We're looking at them. Like every day, this dude is running to the studio. Every day he's crying out to, God about where he is and what his struggle is. Every day I see him on the corner rolling the blunt. Wait a minute. It's like every day I'll be there on the corner with him, asking him to get in my car and praying with him and bringing him to a different studio where he cannot smoke. Yeah. I'll pay for the session.
Wow.
But if we don't start loving people where they are, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss it.
Wow.
I don't want to talk to Jesus about somebody I left behind. That's not the conversation I want to have when I get there. I'm looking for my grandma. Okay. And I'm looking for my mom. But I don't want to be, I'm not trying to, why we got to have conversations about the people that I saw and did nothing, and that's what I said. He's saying, man, if you did it for them, you did it for me, to the least of these, like, and it works the same way when we don't help, so.